We didn't choose the situation we find ourselves in, but I think we do choose here in Wisconsin how to respond. It cannot be a time in which the result is that we slash education, slash the universities, slash medical care for people, turn our back on basic services in our communities, police and fire, crawl into bed, pull the covers up over our head, and hope that tomorrow's a better day. I've proposed very, very deep cuts. And the legislature, again, just this last week, passed the early budget bill, as we called it, where they've already begun to impose the cuts that we're going to have to make. My proposal raises some new revenue, but let me tell you where it comes from. The first proposal is that people who are making over $300,000 a year will have to pay will pay 1% on that extra income that they're making. Now, I look around here, and I hope if some of you are making more than $300,000, I love you, and congratulations. But the fact is that 99% of the people of this state will not be affected by this tax. And for people who in this economy are making $300,000, I think they can help us a little bit, make sure we have decent schools and good health care. The second proposal, Wisconsin has the most favorable capital gains tax in the country. We say on capital gains that people might have that we won't, on 60% of them, we won't impose any tax at all. They're just tax-free, 60% of the capital gains. That's unlike the federal government, unlike any other state. I'm making a suggestion that, my proposal makes a suggestion that we make a slight adjustment to that. I still believe we should give some favorable treatment for capital gains, but instead of saying that 60% are free from tax, my proposal says 40% will be free from tax. And the third proposal is that I believe the big oil companies ought to help us out in funding the cost of our roads and bridges in this state. Now I want to turn to the good news that we have, and we do have some real good news. With the bill that President Obama signed a couple of days ago, the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, we have real opportunities here in Wisconsin to get people back to work and to get people to work on projects that will add to the long-term value of this state. We expect that this spring, as we move into the bid letting process, that we will be moving forward on 50% more road and bridge jobs than we otherwise would have this year, meaning tens of thousands of more people getting to work that otherwise wouldn't be working. And this bill puts more funds into medical research work around the United States that Wisconsin will certainly benefit from. The Recovery Act provides great opportunities for us in a whole range of water projects. From water treatment to water runoff, all kinds of water projects that we're going to need a lot of big equipment working on those as well. Over the next year and a half, we expect, because of the Recovery Act, to invest close to $2 billion more into infrastructure projects in the state of Wisconsin. And we're going to be able to get people to work making sure that we are more energy efficient and less dependent on foreign oil. So we've got a real challenge ahead of us in dealing with the problems of what happens when an economy slows and we move into this recession and the state budget challenges that are in front of us. But we also have an enormous opportunity ahead of us, one that we have not had in many, many years. I know Wisconsin. I know we're not going to let a good opportunity go to waste. We're going to make sure we do this the right way.